So yesterday we discussed about what is testing types, right? There are two types of testing. One is what structural testing, another is what functional testing. So who will do the structural testing? Who will do the structural testing?
The programmers.
Yes, the programmers, okay, because they know the internal logic of the application code. And who will do the functional testing?
The QAs.
Yes, the QA, because the QA is always depend on the functionality and the requirements. Okay, so these two are very, very important. So today's topic is what is SDLC. So this is very, very important. What is SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. What is this? Software Development Life Cycle. SDLC is a process followed for the software project within a software organization. So every organization they follow SDLC. Okay. If you follow the SDLC, definitely we will get what quality of the software we will get it. Okay, if you are not follow the SDLC, we cannot expect you will get a quality of product or quality of the work. We cannot expect that one because we need to follow the SDLC. Let's see what is SDLC. So SDLC, it consists of a detailed plan to describe how to develop. Suppose you got a project, so how we need to develop and how we need to maintain the project and replace and alter. So we can change or enhancements. Enhancements means what? New changes of specific software. So everything will be given in where in SDLC. So this SDLC is very, very important. So SDLC is nothing but what? Software development life cycle. Okay. This life cycle, this life cycle defines the methodology of improving the quality of the software and overall development process. So this is very, very important. 100% this is a campus interview question, and if you are fresher level, definitely they will ask you, can you please define the SDLC? So SDLC is nothing but a software development life cycle. It consists of a detailed plan, how to develop, how to maintain, how to replace, alter, or enhance of specific software. Okay. This life cycle defines a methodology for improving the quality of the software and overall development process. Okay, this is very, very important. So in SDLC, we have some phases. Okay, what are there? So first of all, if you got a project, so what we will do? We will immediately, we cannot start, right? Suppose you got a project. So what you will do? The first stage is what? Requirement capturing. You gather the requirement. That is what the first stage. Okay, that is what the first stage, requirement capturing. Okay, once the requirements is done, then what we will do? See, we need to check whether we can do this project or not. That is very, very important. I cannot do all the works. If I know that work I can do, so you need to check analysis whether I can do or not, whether we can do or not. Analysis part is very, very important. Okay, once requirement is done, then we will go for analysis whether we can, because I got a project but I required what resources. I required what resources. Without the resources I cannot do the project, right? So here the resources is very, very important, and we need to check the whether we can do that project or not. We need to check. Okay, analysis part. So once the analysis part is done, then we will go for what? Design. What is called design. So requirement capturing, and next part is what? Analysis, and next part is what? Design process. Once the design process is done, then we will go for a coding. Once the coding is done, then we are involved. See where we are involving after the coding. So what phase we are involving after the coding? So in case in interview they will ask you at what stage, at what space, space you are involved, means you need to tell after the coding. So this is very, very important. After coding we are involved. Testing. After the testing, the implementation will be done. After the implementation, we'll go for a support and maintenance. We are going for what? Support and maintenance. So this is very, very important. SDLC, software development life cycle, requirement capturing, analysis, designing, coding, testing, implementation, and support and maintenance. This is a cycle. You cannot break this cycle. Without designing, we cannot go for a coding. Without coding, we cannot do a testing. Without testing, we cannot go for implementation. Without implementation, we cannot give a support and maintenance. So it's an order. It's a sequence order. You need to tell in the order wise. So can you explain what are the phases in SDLC? So you can explain in the order way, like capturing the requirement capturing, and we go for analysis part. Once the analysis is done, then we go for a design. Again, here the design are two types. Okay, what are they? Low level design and high level design. So what is low level design and what is high level design? So low level design is what anyone can understand. Anyone can easily understand the low level design. What about the high level? High level design means what? Who knows, like experienced guys, who knows the domain knowledge and who knows well experience in that area, they can only understand the high level designs. Okay, so requirement capturing, once the requirement is capturing is done, then we will go for analysis part. Once the analysis part is done, then we'll go for a design part. So once the design is done, then we will go for a coding, and after the coding, the testing is involved. Once the testing is done, then we'll go for implementation, and once the implementation is done, then we will go for a support and maintenance. Is it clear? Any questions? SDLC, software development life cycle. Okay, what are the phases? Interview question. Can you please define what are the phases? You need to tell all the things. Requirement capturing, analysis, designing, coding, and testing, and implementation, and support and maintenance. Is it clear?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, but
Can
then
you
we'll
repeat?
discuss in more detail later, right?
Yeah, later we will see how the what we will discuss, what we will do, how the requirement will come, and how we can analysis. We will see in the coming sessions.
Okay.
Okay, but SDLC, see, we never involved in gathering the requirement capturing and all the things, because business analyst and product owner will be take care of all the things. Analysis part is also will they done the part. Okay, we are involving only a testing part. So here the once the code is done, right? Suppose the developer is done his task, so it comes to you. As a QA, you are a QA person. You need to test that functionality or a component, whatever it may be. So once the development is done, that will comes to the QA. Now you are involved. You need to open the task. You need to understand the description thoroughly. You need to check what I need to test in that item, and you can start the testing. Okay, is it clear? So here the requirement capturing, analysis, designing part and coding part, we are never involved in any area. Only our part is what testing part. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if anyone asks you, can you tell me what are the SDLC phases means? You can tell like that. Like you, the same terminologies, okay? In the good words, like more terminologies like planning, defining, designing, building, testing, and deployment, and support and maintenance. Okay, so you can tell like this also. Okay, planning, okay, and defining, and designing, and building, like code. Okay, building is not once we code is done, we can make it as a build, right? Building and testing. Once the testing is done, then we can go for a deployment, and once the deployment is done, then we will go for a support and maintenance. Okay, we can tell either this or either this, both are the same, but you cannot tell according to your order. This should be an order only. Okay, you cannot say coding, designing, testing, support, implementation. You cannot say like that. Okay, you should tell in the order wise only. Requirement capturing, once the requirement is met, and it will go for a review and approval. Once it is done, then we will go for analysis part. Then analysis part is done, then it will go for a review and approval. Once it is done, then we will go for a design part. Once the design is done, again it will go for a review and approval. And once the design is done, then the development team will start the coding. Once code is done, it will move to the code review. Senior person will review the code. Once the code is done, then the testing will start. Once the testing is done, we execute the test cases, we write the test cases, and we execute the test cases. We will check whether the issue is fixed or whether the functionality is working as per the requirement or not. Once it is everything is fine, then we will go for implementation. Once the implementation is done, then we will go for a support and maintenance. Okay, so this should be an order. You should not be miss the order. Okay, sometimes they will ask you and what phase you are involved, so you need to tell after the coding in SDLC. So today's is very very important. Like generally how project will comes to the organization. So no one, we are never involved in this area, but you need to know the terminologies, what is BRS, what is SRS, and what is FRS, and all the things. So how project will comes to the organization. Suppose you are a businessman, you want one software for your business. So to whom you are approach? You need to approach some software companies, right? So generally, you need to put a request for a proposal. Suppose for your business, you require one software. So you will prepare one document is nothing but a request for a proposal. Okay, that proposal you are giving to the software companies. So the software companies will understand your business and what kind of software is required. They will think and they will give you us what proposal document. See, the companies means software companies will give you what document to you. They will provide what proposal document to you. Okay, you put a request for a proposal, they will giving the proposal document. In the proposal document, they will clearly written what are the technical solutions we are using and what is the cost of the project. See, the cost of the project is very very important, right? And schedules is very very important. Okay, we are ready to do your project, and this is what the timing schedule we are releasing for 2 years. We are releasing first phase as a 3 months and second phase as a 3 months. They will provide each and everything in the proposal document. Okay, if and timelines. Okay, if this proposal is accepted by the client, means you say this proposal, if you are accepted with the this proposal, what is the technical solution, what is the cost and schedule, and if you are accept the proposal, then the client and organization will go with SOW. What is called SOW? Signed statement of work order. So we got a work order. Okay, now the company got a project, so they will take an agreement between the client and organization. That agreement we can call it as SOW. SOW is nothing but a signed statement of work order. So we got a work order. Understanding, right? So we got what work order. Once work order is done, then the company will conduct the meeting. That meeting is nothing but the kickoff meeting. That is the first meeting will held in the organization. Okay, so we got a project, right? So in the organization, people what they do, we got a project. How we need to start? So first, they need to identify the project manager. See, the project manager is very very important. The first thing is what they need to identify whom. They need to identify the project manager. The project manager is very 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 important. Without the project manager, we can't do anything. So they identify whom. They identify the project manager. Once they identify the project manager, then project manager will be prepared one document. That document is nothing but a PMP. What document he will prepare? PMP. PMP is nothing but a project management plan. What is that? Project management plan. So the project manager will prepare one document. That document name is called PMP. The PMP is nothing but a project management plan. In this plan, each and everything will be written. How I need to execute this project, how I need to monitoring, closing, executing, and closing. Each and everything will be written in where in the PMP document. Okay. So the project manager will take care of entire the project things. Okay. So the project manager will be prepare the PMP document, how I need to execute, monitoring, controlling, and close. Each and everything will be written in where? In the PMP. So the client and organization, in between one person will be there. The client cannot talk directly to the development team. The client cannot be talked to the directly to the development testing team, and we never interact the client also. Okay, that is not possible. Okay, only in between the client and organization, the one person will be there. That person we can call it as the business analyst, BA. So business analyst will prepare one document. That document we can call it as what? BRS, business requirement specification document. What is that? BRS. Okay. BRS is nothing but what? Business requirement specification document. Okay. So in this business requirement specification document, the business analyst will write all the information. He or she will gather the information from the client, and all the information making as in one document. That document is nothing but a BRS. BRS is nothing but what? Business requirement specification document. Okay. It's a high level. It's a high level. Okay. Generally, what the discussion, the same discussion they will write in the BRS document. Okay. So the what are the content in the BRS? That content we are converted into SRS. Who is converted into SRS? The person who has a domain expert and functional expert. So one person will be there. That person will be converted into all the BRS stuff into SRS. What is called SRS? Software requirement specification. What is SRS? Software requirement specification. Okay. Once the software requirement specification is done, then we can have the development process and testing process. Okay. Is it clear so far? Any questions?
Mhm. No. Good.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Mahendra.
Yes, sir. My question is that
Mm-hmm.
in the next level, first is the initial stage, and the second is the analysis, and the third is the design stage, and fourth is the coding stage. My question is that, sir, first stage is the initial stage. Okay, sir.
Requirement capturing.
Hello.
First stage is what? Requirement capturing. First stage.
First stage is the requirement capturing. Sir, what
Yes.
is this, and who is actually, first of all, who is the requirement gathering? मतलब कौन
Like
करता है वो जो
product,
requirement?
yeah, I understand. I understand that product owner and all the things, like product owner will be there. The product owner will be gather all the requirements and all the things. There are
Product
some
owner.
people, yes, product owner will be getting all the things. Understanding, right?
And yes, sir. How will they use the system, sir?
That is what. See, once the requirement is capturing is done, then we will go for analysis. Analysis means whether we can do or not. Now I got a project. I need to check, right, whether we can do or not. I need to check the resources will be there or not, and time schedule we need to check. Resources is very, very important. Resources means what? We need to have a testing team. We need to have a development team. We need to check all of them. If the resources is not there, even I got a project, what I need to do? So we cannot do, right? So analysis part, it will come many things. Risk analysis will be there, mitigation will be there. So there are a lot of things will be there in analysis part. Okay.
So this part is how, sir. Our roles is what, sir?
That is what I'm telling. See, you are not involved in the requirement, you are not involved in the analysis part, you are not involved in the design part, you are not involved in the coding part. So where you involved? After coding, the developer will send a task to you. Now you are involved in the testing phase, is involved after the coding.
Okay.
Understanding, right? So after
Yes.
the coding, you will be involved. This is what the structure I'm telling. What once the project will come, so what we will do. So what they will do, first of all, if any project will come, Requirement capturing is very important. Without the requirement, you don't know where the table, which table we need to insert and which data we are retrieving. We don't know anything. Then how we will work? So based on the first, what they will do, they capture the requirements. Okay, they will get the requirements. What exactly client is looks and what is the client is expectations. So based on that, we will gather the requirement. We capture the requirement. Then after that, we will go for analysis part, so whether we can do or not. After that, we will go for a design part. Once the design is done, then we will go for a coding. Once the coding is done, you are involved. You're asking, right, in which phase we are involving. So you are involving after the coding. So testing is involving where and after the coding. Okay. Once the coding is done, then you say that it is working as expected, then they will go for a implementation. Implementation is nothing but it is go for a release. Once the release is done, then it will comes to the support and maintenance. Again, once the release is done, again you will get a support issues like client issues. Again, that will all we will discuss in where and support and maintenance. Is
Okay,
it clear?
yes, sir, clear. Sir, one
Yeah.
question is, sir, I don't understand, sir, what do you mean, sir, integration testing and acceptance testing?
That we will discuss coming sessions. We have a lot of sessions will be there. We will discuss integration, what is acceptance testing, and all the things we will discuss. Okay. See here it will
Okay,
come for integration testing and user acceptance testing. Okay. Slowly will come. Okay.
okay, okay,
Okay.
fine, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So here it is clear, right? The PMP is what? Project Management Plan. Okay. BRS is what? Business Requirement Specification. What is SRS? Software Requirement Specification. You need to understand the terminologies. Okay. So what are the requirements means?
Sir,
You
sir,
can, yeah.
that part actually, I don't understand, sir, clearly, sir.
Which one?
That part, that diagram actually, sir.
This
Means,
one. You are talking about this one?
business analyst, what do you mean, business analyst
Yeah.
and SR, system
Yes.
requirement specification.
Yeah, I will tell you. See, in between the client and organization, one person will be there. So, who will gather the information, the client information? So, there is a business analyst will be there. So, the business analyst will collect the information. Okay, what exactly looking for a client? See, a client is say that I want the registration page like this. I want login page like this. So the client will not talk to everyone, right? There is no chance to talk to everyone. Okay, so there is a one person will be there. That person is, we can call it as what, business analyst, BA. So what she will do, he or she will prepare one document. That document is nothing but a BRS, Business Requirement Specification document. It's a high level document. Okay, it's a general language, like how you and me talking the same way they're written in the document. Okay, that we cannot understand, right? That developer cannot understand. So what are the business requirement content will be there? That content will converted into SRS. What is the SRS? Software Requirement Specification. The person who has a domain knowledge, the person who has a functional expert, that person will convert it into BRS to SRS. See, this is SRS. In SRS, the development phase will be there and the testing phase will be there. Let's see what developer will do. Okay. So what developer will do here, if you see that this development, see, developer, I told you, right, based on the designs, there are some models like architectural designs, DB designs. What is called DB? What is called DB?
Database.
Database, sir.
Yeah, database designs. Okay, the developer will start with the architectural designs, DB design, UI. What is called UI? What is called UI?
User interface.
Yes, user interface. So they have some diagrams. Okay, architectural designs, DB designs, user interface design, UML, Unified Modeling Language. Okay, so they have some diagrams. Based on the diagrams, the developer is start what, the coding. See, once the code is done, then what he will do? Code review. I told you, right? Whenever the developer is done his code, he will go to the what? Code review. Code review is done by senior person. Okay, the senior person will review the code. in case his code comments, the senior person provides any coding comments, means again the developer needs to change according to the comments. Again, you need to go one more time. You need to move to the code review. Once the code review is done, then it will move to where? Unit level testing. What is called unit level testing? Anybody? What is called unit level testing?
So test the
Unit
software based on each requirement.
Unit level testing, yesterday we discussed, right? Unit level testing is nothing but what? White box testing. We
Yes,
discussed
sir.
that. Yeah. So once the coding is done, code review is done. After that, he will do what? Unit level testing. Unit level testing is what? White box testing. Unit level, component level testing, all will belongs to where? White box testing only. Okay. So the developer need to do what? Unit level testing. Once the unit level testing is done, he will do what? Integration level testing. So here the developer part is completely done. Understanding, right? Based on the design, the developer is start doing the coding. Once the code is done, he will move to the code review. Code review is what? Senior person will review the code. Once the code is fine, then they will do what? Unit level testing. Unit level testing is nothing but a white box testing. Once the white box testing is done, then they will go for a integration level testing. So here completely the development process is done. Is it clear?
Sir, integration level testing means?
I will tell you that integration means combining the 2 or 3 modules and check the data flow between the modules. Integration testing means, again, we will discuss this one in the later, but I will give you an example. So this is done by you. Okay, you written some code here. So you written some code here. Okay, and some other guy is written some code here. So there is a one QA guy is there. This is what developer. This is what developer. Developer 1, developer 2. This guy is what QA guy. So how you will test this code? You cannot go and his place you cannot test, right? So what they will do, again, integration means what? They're combining the two codes, okay, and they make it as a one build, and this build will comes to the URL. You will get what? URL. So now in this URL abc.com, okay, whatever it. So in this URL, this tester can view this two code, the developer 1 code and developer 2 code, right? This is what integration. Once the integration is done, you need to check. Let us see, like these two codes. Like suppose Amazon, you can take the Amazon side. So see, this developer is done mobiles. This developer is done bestseller. This mobile is done mobiles. Okay, mobiles code. This developer is done bestsellers. Okay, whatever it may be. Now this two code will come in. We are able to see these two modules in this site, right? So in a QA need to test whether
Yes,
these
sir.
two modules is working as per correctly or not, and these two modules is communicating. Communicating means, see what I'm in the mobile space. See, I'm in what? In mobile space. If I click the bestsellers, so the best sellers page is getting or not. The communication between the two modules. This is what integration. This is done by one developer. This is done by one developer. This is done by one developer. But we are integrating all the things, right? That is what we can call it as what integration. And we need to check the data flow between the two modules is working as per the given the requirement or not. We need to check. Okay. So that is we'll see in the coming session. So here the development part is done. See, I told you, right? Here we will get a build. See, this is what build. Okay. So this build will comes to us. Okay. QA. Now this is the QA. Now see, the development part is done. So development is what? Models, design. Model is nothing but a design. Based on the design, coding. Once the coding is done, code review. Once the code review is done, Unit level testing is done, and integration level testing. So here the completely the development part is done. Now what is testing? See, this is very very important. What is testing? What QA will do? Test plan. This is very very
Okay.
important. Who will do the test plan? You know, who will do the test plan? Any idea? Test lead will
Test
prepare
plan.
what? Test plan. Okay,
Test.
in this test, yeah, in this test plan each and everything will be written. So how we need to test, and what task will be there, and each and everything will be written in where? In the test plan. So once the test plan is done, we need to identify the scenarios is very very important. Okay, what is scenarios means? What to be verified? See, suppose I asked to test the mobile phone. I asked to test the mobile phone. What you will test in the mobile phone? Can anybody? What you will test in the mobile phone? So you need to identify
No.
the scenarios. What I need to test in that mobile. Scenarios is what? Screen is one scenario. Power button is one scenario. Volume button increasing and decreasing is one scenario, and you can say that power off and on is one scenario, and logo is one scenario. So scenarios is very very important. So interview also they will ask you, can you please give the scenarios of the pen? So what are the scenarios of the pen? Can anybody? What are the scenarios of the pen?
Okay. Sir, my its shape is okay or not, and its screen is okay or not, uh, and
Pen.
it's working properly or not.
Yes. Yes. So you need to identify the scenarios. Like suppose they will ask you what are the scenarios of the pen. Okay, you need to tell that cap is one scenario, body is one scenario, logo is one scenario, gripper is one scenario. So you need to identify the scenarios. First is identify the scenarios. They will ask you different questions. Can you tell me the scenarios of the chair? What is the scenarios of the chair? Legs is one
Let's.
scenario. Yeah, quality of the material is one scenario. Logo is what one scenario. So scenarios is very very important. Whenever any task is assigned on your name, you need to identify the scenarios. Like what I need to verify in this. Okay, they will ask you, can you give me the scenarios of your watch? So watch. What are the scenarios in the watch? Whether it is
Was
digital or whether it is analog, whether it is digital or whether it is analog, you need to check. And what is the color of the watch, and what is the left belt and right belt, and so you need to identify the scenarios is the first. Okay, once you identify the scenarios, then we need to write the test cases. See, the test cases is very very important. So what is the test cases? So what is the test cases? It's a conditions, right? You need to check the color. The pen cap should be blue. So you are able to see the blue means the actual result is equal to the expected result. Means your test case is what? Passed. So you need to identify the scenarios first. After that, you need to write the test cases. Once the test cases is done, see, I told you, right? This code will comes to you. The development code will comes to you. I told you, right? The integration code will comes to you. Now this two code will come here. Developer one and developer two code will come here in the build format. Once it is done, then you will go for a system testing. See, this is very very important. What is system testing? You need to test entire the application. You need to test what? Entire the application. Once the system testing is done, then you will go for user acceptance testing. Again, user acceptance testing is nothing but beta testing and alpha testing. Okay, we will discuss when the topic will comes. Okay, once the user acceptance testing is done, then we will go for a production and implementation. So we will go with what? Production and implementation. Once the production and implementation is done, then we'll go for a support and maintenance. See, this is what the complete process, what developer will do and what tester will do. So developer will go to the model. Based on the model design, they start doing the coding. Once the coding is done, they will go for a code review. Once the code review is done, they will go for a unit level testing. Unit level testing is nothing but a white box testing. Once the white box testing is done, so you can say always unit testing, don't say white box testing. Once the unit level testing is done, then they will go with integration testing. Once the integration testing part is done, the developer part is done. So what about QA? QA, the test lead will be prepared what? Test plan. Once the test plan is designed, then we need to identify the scenarios, what I need to test. So scenarios is very, very important. Whenever any task is assigned on your name, you need to identify the scenarios first. Okay, first identify the scenarios, and based on the scenarios, you need to write the test cases. Okay, what do I need to test? Okay, once the test cases is done, then your integration, your code will come, like build will come.
Sir,
Once you
test cases means what, sir?
test
Test cases.
test cases, like say, once you identify the scenarios, right? So the suppose take it as a pen. Okay, what are the scenarios? Pen cap is the one scenario, right? So in the
Yes.
requirement is given what the cap color should be green. Okay, now you are checking the cap color. Now the cap color is in the different color. So it is not matching, right? So in the requirement it say that your cap color should be green, but you are not seeing the green cap. You are seeing the different color cap, so it is not matching. So actual result is not equal to the expected result, so your test case is what? Failed. So once you identify the scenarios, based on the scenarios you need to write the test cases means you need to check all the conditions, whether the cap color is blue or not, you need to check. Understanding, right? So you need to write
Yes.
the test cases for that one, actual result and expected result.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we will discuss. Okay, when your test today, I'm telling the overview what developer will do, what tester will do. Okay, once the test cases is done, we will get a build. Once the build will get, and we need to check the integration testing. Once integration testing is done, then we will go for a system testing. System testing means what? End-to-end testing we need to do. Once the system testing is done, then we'll go for user acceptance testing. Once user acceptance testing is done, then we will go for a production and implementation. Once the production and implementation is done, then we will go for a support and maintenance. Is it clear? So this is very, very important, guys. What developer will do, what tester will do. Okay.
Sir,
Any questions?
in the development part,
Mm-hmm.
there is in the loader is model.
Model,
The
yeah.
UML design. UML design. What do you mean, sir? UML design.
Like there are some diagrams like class diagram or class object sequence and active diagram. There are some diagram part will be there. Based on the diagrams we can go with. See, that is a formats. Okay, there is a format of the diagrammatic formats. Okay, so based on the diagrams we need to check, like see. See, this is what one project, like see, they will give you a diagrammatic way. See, this is what diagram. Based on this diagram, you can easily understand this is the home page, this is the admin module, this is the banker module, and this is what a customer module. Okay. So that provides some diagrammatic format. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we will do all these things in the project. When the project will come, right, we'll do all the things.
UML, sir, is full form.
Unified modeling language. See, this is what diagrammatic way. See, in the BTech we will get, right. So this is what in the documentation they will provide completely and diagrammatic formats. Okay. So based on this diagrammatic format, you can easily understand. Okay. See, this is what the diagrammatic format. Understanding, right? This is the what the flow of this, how he will do the login and he select the branches. So you need to understand all these things. Okay, when the project will comes, we will discuss like FRS, functional requirement specifications. In that we can understand in that. So don't worry about the diagrammatic part. They will provide. If they provide the diagrammatic part, you need to understand through the diagrammatic. Okay. Any questions?
Okay.
Is it clear, right? So this is very, very important. What is BRS? Business requirement
Business
specification.
requirement specification.
Yes. SRS. What is SRS?
System requirement specification.
Software requirement
Software.
specification.
Yes.
Okay. FRS, there is there is one more document, FRS, that is what functional requirement
Functional
specification.
requirement specification.
Yes, if there is a username and password will be there. So how many letters I need to enter, how many characters I need to enter, who knows that one? So in FRS document again, here it is clearly mentioned that FRS document. See, the branch name will be there. So how many characters I need to enter? So it is clearly mentioned that it's a alpha numerical only. Okay, alpha numerical, and it starts with alphabetical, and it is minimum 6 characters and maximum 40 characters. So you need to check this condition. So what is the minimum? It should not allow them below 6, right? So you need to check the condition, and it should not allow the greater than 40. So you need to check that branch name should be accept all these conditions. Okay, so this is the way you need to understand. So coming section, we will go in depth each and everything. What is unit testing? What is integration testing? So this is very, very important. What is system testing? System testing is very, very important. And we will see what is integration, system testing, user acceptance testing. We'll see in the coming sessions. Okay. So today is what developer will do, what tester will do. So that part is very, very important. How project will comes to the organization. So request for a proposal. Initially we will put a word. The client will put
Uh,
what request for a proposal.
Sir,
Yeah, go.
RFP means, sir, RFP.
Sorry.
First thing is the RFP. RFP means, sir,
Request for a proposal. Request for a proposal. Request for a
so
proposal. So suppose you are RFP means what? You are a client, you want a software. Okay, so what you will do, you cannot talk, right? You just put a request for a proposal to the company. So you want one software. So you will put what request for a proposal document. The company will look into your request for a proposal. They will come up with a proposal document. Okay, in the proposal document, they will give you what is the technical solution, what kind of technical solutions we are used, like what language, what software, what coding, each and everything will be written in where in the proposal document. Once the proposal document is accepted by you, client is accepted, then they will go with the agreement. Okay, agreement is what? SOW, signed statement of work order. Once you got a work order, then we will go for a kickoff meeting. That is what the first meeting. In the meeting, we are identify who? Project manager. See, that is very, very important. And project manager will be prepared one document. That document is nothing but a PMP. What is called PMP? Project management plan. Once the PMP is done, then the business analyst collect the information from the client, and all the information is written in where? In the BRS. Okay, that BRS document we are converted into SRS. Okay, and so in the
okay.
SRS, what developer will do and what testing will do. So development process will start from the design, and based on the design, so after that design, the coding will start. Once the code is done, code review is done. Once the code is done, then they will go for a unit level testing and integration level testing. Here the developer part is completely done. What about testing part? Test plan. Test plan is designed by the test lead, and the test scenario is very, very important. What I need to verify. So suppose if they ask you to verify the water bottle, so what I need to test in the water bottle. So cap is one scenario, body is one scenario, logo is one scenario. So you need to identify the scenarios. Oh, test cases, what I need to test. So each and everything we need to test in the test cases. We need to check the conditions. Once you got to the build, you need to check the integration testing. Once the integration testing is done, then you need to go for the system testing. Once system testing is done, then you need to go for user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing is done, then you need to go production and implementation. Once the production and implementation is done, then you need to go for a support and maintenance. So is it clear? Any questions?
Sir, I understand. Integration testing, I understand system testing, and user acceptance testing means, sir,
Alpha testing and beta testing.
uh, alpha testing. Sir, alpha
Yeah,
testing means,
that we will discuss this the coming sessions. What is alpha testing means? That both the developers and testers are both are involved In that kind of testing, we can call it as what? Alpha testing. Beta testing means what? There is no testers, there is no developer, there is no testers. Only end users will test that application. Okay, that we can call it as a beta application. Okay.
End user, sir. End user means.
End users means you are end user, right? Clients like users.
Okay.
Okay, users also will test the application.
Okay, sir. Okay, understand, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any questions
Okay,
so
sir.
far?
Uh, Sir, SDLC model, the waterfall model, V model, prototype model,
Hmm.
iterative model, spiral model, Big Bang model, agile model.
Hmm.
Sir, actually, I don't understand what is the model, sir. Actually,
Yeah,
total models.
that we will discuss. Coming sessions we will discuss.
Okay, sir. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
sir.
Slowly we can go it. Okay. So models will be there. I will explain you what that all the models. Okay.
One thing, sir. How can I get, sir, full notes, sir? Suppose,
So
sir.
you can ask them right in the front office. You can ask them. You can ask them to provide the notes and videos.
Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll see the testing techniques. Okay, this is very important. What are the testing techniques? Once it is done, we will go for the fundamentals of testing. See, this is very important. What is unit testing? What is integration testing? What is system testing? What is acceptance testing? See, this is very important. What are the functional testing and what are the non-functionality testing? So we will discuss all the things on tomorrow onwards. Okay. So this is very important. We will discuss slowly. We are going see still now what we learn, what is testing, what is the testing types, and today we learn the requirement documents, BRS, SRS, and FRS, and how developer will do the things and what tester will do the things. We know, right? We know what we can say that today I told you the concept. Okay, but coming sessions we will discuss each and everything on this. What is test plan, what is test scenarios, what is test cases, what is integration test. We will discuss each and everything. Today I just give you an overview because you need to know what developer will do and you need to know what tester will do. So these two are very important. So coming sessions we are going with each and every topic, what testing static means what and dynamic means what, and testing fundamentals. These all are very important. What is functional testing and what are the non-functionality testing? Yeah.
I wanted to know what, I don't know, I might have missed in the class because I started attending from yesterday. So I wanted to know what are covered in this course, and the
Yeah,
high.
you miss only one slide, that is one demonstration. That is
Mhm.
not the basic one. Okay, what is testing and all the things. Okay, I can give you this one. Otherwise, you can check the video also, not a problem.
Mhm.
So the yesterday only the main class is what are the testing types and all the things. Okay, once it is done, today we saw that SDLC, right? Once it is done, we done this one, right? So
No,
we
I
are
mean,
going with, yeah.
mhm. No, I mean to say what is covered in this course, like as a whole. You said
Yeah.
it's gonna be for month.
We will cover all the things we will cover all the models, SDLC models, and we covered with functional testing and non-functionality testing, and we covered agile methodology. We will discuss about completely agile methodology. Once the agile methodology is done, we will discuss about the Jira, how we need to write the test cases and how we can integrate it with the Jira to write the test cases. And we have three projects. We have three projects.
So
One is banking.
is there somewhere I can see the whole thing myself, like instead of saying, like, do you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
something?
I can send it the course content. You can
Oh,
ask
okay,
them
yeah.
also. They will send you. Okay,
Yeah,
they will
that's all I wanted. I want to see what
Yeah,
is covered and then
sure. You can check this one. So we will discuss the fundamentals of testing. When the fundamentals of testing is done, then we will go with functional testing and non-functionality testing. These are all very important. Smoke, sanity, exploratory, hard off, retesting, and regression testing. And once it is done, we will go for a models. Models is very, very important. Waterfall model, incremental model, prototype, spiral, RAD, and V and agile methodology. Once it is done, then we will go with project management plan, verification and validation. That is also is very, very important. Once it is done, project management process we will explain. Once it is done, we will go with the test manager, what test manager will do, and what are the roles and responsibilities. After that, we will go with the three projects. We have three projects will be there. The three projects we will explain what is BRS and SRS documents, and along with we have a one live project. So live project we need to do. Okay, like each and everything we need to do ourselves. This is what live project. So you need to do this complete project. Okay, you need to add the stock categories, suppliers and purchasers and customers and sales. We need to do entire the project, and we need to identify the bugs, and we need to report. Okay.
Okay.
Total, sir, total how many classes, sir?
30 days. I told you, right? 1 month.
After
One.
that, Selenium will start, sir.
Yeah. After that, Selenium will start.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
one question is that, sir. Sorry, sir.
Tell me. Yeah. Go ahead.
Defect, error, and failure. What
Yes, we will discuss that one. We will discuss that one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Fine, sir.
Okay. Thank you. We'll see tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.